Let me tell you something. Life is a journey. It's full of peaks and valleys, highs and lows. But it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how you get back up. There are going to be times in life where you're tested, where the world seems to be against you. But remember, every test is an opportunity to grow. Life will throw challenges at you, problems, obstacles, people who want to see you fail. But you've got to have a mindset that no matter what comes your way, you're ready to face it. I want you to understand something today. There is one thing that can never be taken away from you: your willpower. You are capable of so much more than you know. You can do things that others only dream of. So why do we settle for mediocrity? Why do we allow ourselves to be defined by limitations that other people place on us? The truth is, you're capable of greatness. Don't let anyone or anything make you think otherwise. Let me tell you about a woman I know. She has no friends. And why? Because she refuses to open herself up. She lives her life in a small box, surrounded by walls she built herself. She's afraid of rejection, afraid of failure. She won't let anyone in, and in doing so, she's isolating herself from the very things she needs most: love, support, community. Now, I want you to understand that we all go through moments of loneliness. But being alone doesn't mean you have to be isolated. You don't have to shut yourself off from the world. The key to success, happiness, and growth is relationships. You have to be willing to connect with others, to trust others, and to let others help you. A woman with no friends is someone who has closed off her heart. But the truth is, no one can do this journey alone. We all need each other. We need the strength of others to carry us through the tough times. And you need to be open enough to allow people in. So, what do you do if you're facing that fear, that feeling of loneliness? You take a step forward. You reach out. You connect. You say, I'm ready. Ready to let go of the past. Ready to embrace the future. And ready to build the relationships that will carry you forward. You see, if you want to change your life, it starts with changing your mindset. It's about taking control. If you want to become the person you were meant to be, you've got to stop making excuses. You've got to stop waiting for someone to save you. No one is coming to rescue you. You've got to take the reins of your life and start driving in the direction you want to go. Success doesn't just happen, it's earned. It's earned through hard work, discipline, and determination. But more than that, it's earned through the way you treat other people. It's earned by the way you give back, the way you help others, the way you lift someone else up when they can't stand on their own. And remember, it's not about the amount of money you make or the things you acquire. It's about the lives you touch, the relationships you build, the people who can say, because of you, I became a better person. So let me ask you something. Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone? Are you ready to face your fears? Are you ready to stop living in the shadows of doubt and start living in the light of possibility? The choice is yours. It always has been. Don't wait for someone else to change your life. You have the power. You have the strength. You have the ability. You are the author of your own story. Believe in yourself. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not those who tear you down. And most importantly, don't let fear control you. The greatest opportunities come when you are willing to take risks, to step into the unknown, and to trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Remember, success is not just about what you achieve. It's about the person you become in the process. Be someone who makes a difference. Be someone who believes in others. Be someone who lives life with courage, conviction, and heart. The time is now. Go out and make it happen, because you are destined for greatness. And greatness starts with you, with the choices you make, the mindset you cultivate, and the relationships you build. The truth is, we all have our struggles. Some of us might be battling with fear of failure. Others might be battling loneliness. But the key to overcoming these obstacles is in the way we respond. Life doesn't give us a manual. It doesn't come with instructions on how to deal with all the complexities we face. But what life does give us is a choice. Every single day, we are faced with choices, and how we respond to those choices will determine the path we walk. If you wake up tomorrow and choose to play small, if you choose to stay in that safe space where nothing challenges you, nothing grows, then you are choosing stagnation. I want you to think about that woman with no friends again. Her isolation isn't because the world rejected her. No, her isolation is a result of her own decisions. Her refusal to reach out, her reluctance to trust, her inability to let people in. And for some of you, you might recognize yourself in her. You might see that in your own life you've closed off. Maybe it's because of past hurt. Maybe it's because of disappointment. Or maybe it's because you don't believe you deserve good things, good people, good relationships. But hear me now. You are worthy of all of it. You deserve to be loved. You deserve friendship. You deserve success. But you've got to believe it first. And that's not just about hoping it'll happen. It's about knowing it in your soul. It's about shifting your mindset from I'm not enough to I am more than enough. And that doesn't mean you won't have tough days. You will. But tough days don't define you. How you respond to those days, how you rise from them, that's what will define you. You don't have to have all the answers today, but you do have to start. You do have to take that first step. It's one step and then another. It's a journey of small decisions that will ultimately lead you to the person you were always meant to be. So what happens when we begin to let people in? When we begin to break down those walls we've spent years building around ourselves, you become a part of something greater. You become part of a network, a community, a support system. And in that space, you thrive. You find strength in numbers. You find encouragement when you falter. You find wisdom in the experiences of others. And ultimately, you find yourself. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about making better choices than you did yesterday. It's about waking up with a determination to be better today than you were the day before. And sometimes, that's all you need to do. Just take it one step at a time. And when you find yourself surrounded by people who lift you up, when you surround yourself with a circle that encourages your growth, you will begin to see your own potential in ways you never imagined. You'll realize that you were never alone. You just had to open yourself up to the possibility of connection, to the possibility of support, to the possibility that people do care. But you can't wait for someone else to do it for you. No one can carry you across the finish line. You have to do the work. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. You have to stand tall in the face of adversity and say, I will not back down, I will not quit. You know, life has a way of testing us, of throwing curveballs at us when we least expect it. But those challenges, those setbacks, they don't define you. It's how you respond to them that does. Will you shrink back, or will you rise? Will you let fear control you, or will you control your fear? Will you choose to stay small, or will you choose to be great? You have greatness within you. But greatness doesn't come without effort. It doesn't come without sacrifice. And it doesn't come without you deciding to take that leap of faith. To put yourself out there, to trust in the journey, and to believe that you are worthy of the success, love, and friendships that are waiting for you. So let me ask you one more time. Are you ready to make the decision today? Are you ready to step into the life you've always dreamed of? Are you ready to say goodbye to the comfort zone and hello to the unknown? Because that's where the magic happens. In the unknown, in the uncharted territory of your life. Your story isn't finished yet. You're still writing it. And right now, today, is the perfect time to start a new chapter. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for someone else to make the first move. You take that first step. You reach out. You trust. You rise. You don't need anyone's permission to succeed. You don't need validation from anyone but yourself. You are enough right now, just as you are. And the world is waiting for you to step up and show it what you're made of. So don't wait. Start now. Your future is waiting for you. And it's filled with opportunities, joy, love, and greatness. But you've got to go after it. You've got to believe it's there for you. Now, I want you to understand something about fear. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is not a roadblock to your success. Fear is an indicator. It's a sign that you're on the verge of something bigger, something greater. Fear shows up when you're about to do something that stretches you, something that forces you to grow. And instead of running from it, you should lean into it. Every successful person you admire, every person you look up to, has had to face fear at some point. The difference between them and those who never reach their potential is that they didn't let fear stop them. They acknowledged it, they felt it, and then they took action anyway. That's what you need to do. If you're afraid of failure, let me tell you this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. In fact, it's one of the most valuable teachers you'll ever have. Every time you fail, you're learning. You're getting better. You're getting stronger. So don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of never trying. Now, when we talk about the woman with no friends, think about her for a moment. She's living in fear. The fear of being hurt, the fear of rejection, the fear of making a mistake. But that fear has isolated her. And isolation breeds bitterness. It breeds anger. It breeds negativity. But here's the thing. You can't move forward in life while you're looking back. You can't stay stuck in the past, in the hurt, in the pain, and expect to move forward into the future you deserve. You've got to let go. Let go of the things that no longer serve you. Let go of the grudges you've been holding. Let go of the negative self-talk that tells you you're not good enough. Let go of the belief that your past determines your future. Let me tell you a secret. Your past does not define you. Your mistakes do not define you. The decisions you make today, right now, will shape your future. But that future can only be bright if you let go of the baggage that's weighing you down. You can't carry yesterday's pain into tomorrow's opportunities. You've got to forgive, not just others, but yourself. You've got to release the guilt, the shame, the anger, the fear. Only then can you begin to move forward. Only then can you step into the person you were always meant to be. But here's where the magic happens. When you release all of that, when you let go of the past, you make room for something greater. You make room for new relationships, new opportunities, new dreams. The best things in life are waiting for you, but they can only come when you open yourself up to receive them. And don't worry about what others think. Don't worry about the critics. Don't worry about the people who doubt you, the people who talk behind your back. Let them talk. You don't have time to worry about those who aren't willing to help you rise. Focus on the people who are lifting you up, the people who believe in you, the ones who see your potential even when you don't see it in yourself. Success is not about proving others wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about being the person you always knew you could be, the person you were meant to become. It's about stepping into your power and your purpose, unapologetically. But to get there, to that level of success, you have to change your mindset. You have to believe that you are worthy of greatness. You have to take the limits off of yourself. Too many people live within the confines of self-imposed limitations. They say things like, "I can't do that," "I'm not good enough," or "That's too hard." But listen to me, those are lies. Lies that you've been telling yourself for too long. And it's time to stop. You are more than capable of doing amazing things. But first, you've got to get out of your own way. You've got to stop listening to the voice in your head that tells you you're not enough. And you've got to start listening to the truth. The truth that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are destined for more than you've ever imagined. And here's another truth. No one can do this for you. You have to do the work. You have to make the decision every day to show up for yourself. You have to choose growth, choose change, choose improvement, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because let me tell you something. Nothing worthwhile ever comes from staying comfortable. You have to push yourself. You have to step into discomfort. That's where the growth happens. It's not easy. It's not always fun. But I promise you, it is always worth it. And when you look back at the person you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. You'll look at the person you used to be and think, I can't believe I was ever that person because I am so much more than that now. And when you reach that point, when you look back and see your growth, you'll realize that it wasn't the successes that made you who you are. It was the struggle. It was the times when you wanted to give up, but you didn't. It was the times when you felt like you couldn't go any further, but you pushed through anyway. It was the times when you didn't have all the answers, but you kept moving forward with faith. That is what will define you. Not the easy moments, but the hard ones. Not the wins, but the challenges. Because those are the moments that shape your character, that build your strength, that create the person you become. So, as you stand here today, facing whatever challenges are in front of you, I want you to remember this. You are capable of greatness. You are worthy of everything good that's coming your way.